game on Saturday, getting back on the field? How'd your ankle feel? Did you feel 100% when you hit the field on Saturday?
I'm going to tell you, I felt limited, like from a mental standpoint. I just went out there and played the hardest I could. But, yeah, there was a couple things that I felt I could have did a little bit more looking back at film. But I just felt limited.
How do you feel this week?
I feel a whole lot better than I did last week. I think this week, you know, I've been going to treatment every morning, and I should be about 100% for Saturday.
You're obviously not on the field with them, but do you kind of relish these matchups when they've got a Dalvin Cook or an Elijah Hood over on the other side? Do you kind of maybe give you any extra juice at all in your game?
I mean, yeah, it proved that I'm the best back on the field, but you know, in the game I'm not thinking about it, but going into it, yeah, that's in the back of my head.
What did it mean to you as a tailback to have all 5 of your offensive linemen get all ACC mention the job they've done this year?
That just shows how great of a job they've been doing that a lot of people don't notice. And you know, I appreciate the offensive line for doing what they do, and you know, the practice habits, because it all comes from practice. So I really appreciate it.
In any football team, the offensive line is like, that's what people want to make sure they get the credit because they don't have the stats or the numbers. Did you guys as a team celebrate them getting that, you know, all 5 guys all conference?
I think we're going to be celebrating Sunday at the pizza thing. But, yeah, I mean, we can't celebrate yet.
Just I mean, kind of.
Yeah, we all clap up, you know.
What do you think that moment will feel like after 4 quarters and you guys are on top of North Carolina in the ACC champs?
I feel like preparation worked and that we came out and we executed the plan.
What's the journey been like this season? You get to 12-0. I mean, just describe what's it like being in the locker room each and every day and going to work.
No, it's been, I'd say this season's been real exciting. And I'd say it's been expected. Really from all the workouts we've had and, you know, pretty much everything we did in summer and everything leading up to this point, man, we worked so hard. And it's just exciting to see that it's worked. So we know what it takes.
Do you guys feel the pressure that Jordan Leggett spoke about at the beginning of the season, trying to prove that you guys could do it without Chad being the coordinator?
Yeah. Man, I put my heart. I love Coach Ellis, man. Of course, that's my coach, but you know, relationship goes deeper than that. And you know, I know he could do it all along, man. He's so smart, and you know, he puts all the time and effort into what he does. Just staying at the stadium like countless hours, and you know, really getting his plan down. There'll be times where he doesn't even talk to us because he's so focused before the game. So, you know, I think that you know, Coach Morris left that we haven't skipped a beat or anything like that.
UNC's defense more physical than last year?
Yes, that's what they present on film. They play a lot like South Carolina from what I've seen. They're very physical up front. They have a very good defense. And, you know, their red zone defense is really good, but they're going to challenge you to, you know, drive down the field.
You said your relationship with Coach Elliott goes much deeper than just a coach. How would you describe what he's meant to you over this time?
Kind of as a second father. You know, it's not just all about football. It's about daily life and what goes on behind it. And, you know, I may have some problems going on in my head, and I can just talk to him about it, man. And, you know, I'm just close with him.
What's your greatest life lesson you've learned from him?
From Coach Elliott? To take nothing for granted and seize every chance taken.
Wade, I know you're not studying UNC's offense a lot. The team that went up 28-0 last week in the first quarter. So when you're going up against a team that's that explosive offensively, do you feel any added pressure that, all right, we need to be hitting on all cylinders from the get-go?
No. I feel like, you know, we've done the same thing. As long as we're, you know, locked in and like ready to do what we're doing, coming right out of the gate, I don't think we should have a problem.
When the offense is struggling with turnovers, is there anything you can do to prepare during the week to try to, you know, fix it?
Just sticking to the fundamentals, man. You know, working with meshes and, you know, ball security and stuff like that. I mean, it happens. happens to the best of us, but you know, we can always get better at it.
When you're in a game where there's already been a couple turnovers, do you try to protect the ball more? Are you pressing harder to kind of make up for those lost possessions and time? What's going through your head when you're kind of in a game like that?
Next play, I really don't focus on the bad. I focus on just moving forward because I know what I can do. I mean, it doesn't hinder me. I don't think it hinders anybody. Deshaun, Tay, anybody else on the team. So we just take that next step.
What does it mean to you to play for a head coach that puts such a high emphasis on having fun?
It feels really good. Being recruited, that was just the difference with Coach Sweeney, man. He's just such a down-to-earth type of coach, and he really cares deeply about you, not only as a player but as a person. And just seeing him celebrate and everything, leading us is really big for me, and I love him having him as my coach.
Elijah Hood is having a great season. He's gone up against a bunch of great backs this season. Does it get you excited when you're facing another great running back to kind of outperform your counterpart?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's when the challenge is there, you got to take it. And, it's all about having fun, really. And I wouldn't say I'm going to think about it too much, but I know that going into the game. But, yeah, it'll be fun.
You think this team is fortunate to be 12-0? They've lost the ground about 6 times this season. Is there any way that can continue for the next 2 or 3 games? Does that happen?
I just know from our standpoint it has to stop. We got to stop doing that. I mean, we're lucky that we've been winning games, losing the turnover margin, but I'm glad that we have a chance to get better at it for another week.
When you've played 10 games in a row, how challenging is that, and did it help you that you had a week off?
It always helps to have a week off, man. We had our bye week so early, and just to go straight 10 weeks playing football is hard. But that's also going into the preparation that we do here, man. We take care of our bodies, and, the workouts and everything we're doing. And Coach Sweeney also watches us on the practice field, so we do a good job there.